today we'll be talking about Carracosta, the second of two water-rock Pokémon introduced in Gen 5, the other being its pre-evolution Tortuga, who evolves at level 37. Carracosta is also the first fossil evolution introduced in Gen 5. Its previous PYC dates are September 13th, 1997, July 4th, 2000, April 25th, 2003, February 13th, 2006, December 4th, 2008, September 25th, 2011, July 16th, 2014, May 6th, 2017, February 25th, 2020, and December 16th, 2022. Being that it's a fossil evolution, it could be seen as a counterpart of Amistar, Kabutops, Cradily, Armaldo, Rampardos, and Bastiodon. Given that Carracosta is the evolution of the first fossil Pokémon listed in the Pokédex in Gen 5, one could more specifically see it as an equivalent of Amistar, Cradily, and Rampardos. It also has the same types, although in reverse order, as Amistar and Kabutops. Given that Carracosta is a biped that laid on its belly in its previous form, it could be seen as equivalent of Kabutops and Armaldo. While I like that Carracosta feels more like a primitive sea turtle than Tortuga, I'm not a huge fan of Carracosta's design. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Carracosta, the proto-turtle Pokemon, whose number is 0565. This is what it looks like. Its type is Water Rock. Abilities, Solid Rock or Sturdy. Swift Swim is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 87.5% male and 12.5% female. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is egg groups Water 1 and Water 3. Hatch time 30 cycles. Height is 3 foot 11 or 1.2 meters. Weight is 178.6 pounds or 81 kilograms. Basic experience yield is 173. Leveling raised medium fast. EV is 2 and defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokédex color is blue and base friendship is 70. Carracosta is a dual-type water/rock fossil Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves from Tortuga, starting at level 37. Biology: Carracosta is a reptilian Pokemon resembling a bipedal, blue-colored sea turtle. Its stomach is pale blue. It has deep blue rocky structures encrusted on its face, back, and the sides of its chest, forming a mask and shell. Its flippers are long with black finger-like protrusions at the tips. Carracosta has a thick tail and short legs with two-toed feet. Carracosta's flippers are powerful. With one slap, it can open a hole in the bottom of a tanker or knock out a foe. It once lived in the sea millions of years ago and is now considered extinct. Dives into shell to imitate a boulder to ambush prey. Carracosta has extremely strong jaws, allowing it to eat steel frames and rocks in addition to prey, devouring every last piece of flesh and shell or bone. This diet allows Carracosta to develop a thick and extremely hard shell. Carracosta is an active hunter on both land and sea. However, it moves slowly on land, so once it finds prey on land, Carracosta drags it into the water to finish it off. It preys on Ammonite and Amistar. Evolution: Carracosta evolves from Tortuga, so Tortuga, Carracosta. Game data: NPC appearances, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Carracosta is the adoptive father of the partner Pokemon. He is stern and strict but means well. Pokédex entries in Gen 5. Black. They can live both in the ocean and on land. A slap from one of them is enough to open a hole in the bottom of a tanker. White. Incredible jaw strength enables them to chew up steel beams and rocks along with their prey. Black 2 and White 2. It could knock out a foe with a slap from one of its developed front appendages and chew it up, shell or bones and all. In Gen 6, X is Black's entry, Y is Black 2 and White 2's entry, Omega Ruby is Black and X's entry, Alpha Sapphire is Black 2, White 2, and Y's entry. In Gen 7, Sun, it constructed its sturdy shell by crunching and swallowing the hard shells or bones of its prey. Moon, active both on land and in the sea, this Pokemon drags its land-based prey into the water to finish it off. Ultra Sun, its jaws are terrifyingly powerful. It could eat Amistar and Ammonite whole and not be bothered in the slightest by their shells. Ultra Moon, Carracosta eats every last bit of the prey it catches, even the shells and bones, to further strengthen its sturdy shell. In Gen 8, Sword, Carracosta completely devours its prey, bones, shells, and all. Because of this, Carracosta's own shell grows thick and sturdy. Shield, this Pokemon emerges from the water in search of prey, despite the fact that it moves more slowly on land. Carracosta in the Alola Pokédex. Game locations. Side game locations. Stats, base stats, HP 74, attack 108, defense 133, special attack 83, special events 65, speed 32 for a total of 495. Type effectiveness, damage normally by rock, bug, ghost, steel, water, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to fighting, ground, and electric, all for double, and grass for 4. Immune to nothing, resistant to normal, flying, poison, and ice for half, and fire for a fourth. Note that this Pokemon has Solid Rock. The effectiveness of fighting, ground, and electric type moves will become 1.5, so it would be 1.5 instead of 2, while the effectiveness of grass type moves will become 3. So it'll be 3 instead of 4. Learn Set by leveling up will go down to 37, 41 Rain Dance, 46 Hydro Pump, and 51 Shell Smash. By TM/TR we're skipping. By breeding we're skipping. By tutoring in the Sword and Shield expansion pass, it can get Meteor Beam. It's a special rock type move. Its power is 120. Accuracy is 90% and PB haha is 10. Nothing by prior evolution. By transfer from another generation. 5 through 7 buy, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7 confide. 5 through 7 double team flail, frustration, hidden power, return, and rock polish. Frustration, hidden power, and return don't work anymore. 5 and 6 rock smash. 6 secret power, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6 strength. And 5 through 7 swagger and toxic. Side game data, you got all this. Evolution data, Tortuga, level 37, Carracosta. Sprites here, so once again, a lot darker colors. In a little bit different proportions. It's interesting. The flippers look different. Like yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they're shaped like that. And the shiny, it's got a lot darker shell and darker colors, much closer to the modern blue. That's interesting. And then Gen 6, you get the models and the modern colors. Pretty good adaptation, I'd say. And Gen 7, not really much changes. Gen 8, the much better models. Homes, you get these models. Animation. Carracosta in Pokemon the series, Black and White. You got all this. Pokedex entries in Black and White, episode 76. In Ash's Pokedex. Carracosta, the proto-turtle Pokemon, in the evolved form of Tortuga. Living in the sea and on land, Carracosta has incredibly strong jaws and is capable of destroying a giant boulder with one powerful slap. In the manga, Carracosta and Pokemon Adventures. Got this in the TCG. Trivia, read all these points in the Tortuga video. Origin, Carracosta appears to draw inspiration from Archelon, the largest known species of sea turtle from the late Cretaceous period, whose fossilized remains have been found in New York State. The inspiration for the region in which Carracosta was first introduced. Its blue skin and dark gray carapace give it the same color scheme as the leatherback sea turtle. The fact that it eats steel beams draws from the fact that sea turtles can bend metal bars with their jaws. The front of its shell also bears resemblance to a bulletproof vest. Name origin, Carracosta may be a combination of carapace, exoskeleton, or shell of certain animal groups, such as turtles, and costa, Latin for rib. It may also involve costa, Spanish and Portuguese for coast, and accost, in the sense of salt, as well as the Carrara fossil formation, which contains numerous trilobite fossils. Abagura may be a combination of abara bone, rib, and cora, shell. May also involve abareru, to thrash or act violently. In the languages, related articles to the fossils and fossil Pokemon. External links, let's move on.
So we watched Carracosta's first scene in the anime before. Let's watch Carracosta's second scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we're watching episode 732, Restoration Confrontation Part 1. In this episode, the main characters have met Ferris, a Pokemon archaeologist who has found a cover fossil and is talking about his experience meeting a living Tortuga. And he, as a boy, was sent back, I guess, or was sent to this world, this prehistoric world, has met this Tortuga who was being attacked by Arkin, and he tried to help, but then they started attacking him, and then a bunch of water was sprayed on him and the Tortuga. There's the Carracosta.
Carracosta! I see. They're friends of yours. What a relief. And that's...
Okay. And that is Carracosta's first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now see why other people love Carracosta. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DVR fan art. For those of you who are familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Carracosta. This is Carracosta, render by Tony Igo. I think this is just a Who's That Pokemon image from the anime. This is Watermelon Smash by Seito Kuatsu. Got this interesting image of them at this like resort or something, and they got a Samurott, Tortuga, Carracosta, Jewott, and Oshawott, and I guess Samurott wanted to slice the watermelon. Did it blindfolded, but almost was like way off and almost hit Oshawott here. Very interesting. This is 0565 Carracosta by Bloxibles. I'm pretty sure this is just the official image of Carracosta. This image doesn't contain a Carracosta, so move on.
I'll be streaming tonight at 11 p.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time, where we'll be playing Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. However, I won't be catching any Pokemon. Instead, I'll be adding honey to honey trees so that I can catch more Pokemon tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Arkin. As always, this is my proper outfit, and see me tomorrow.